Doubles and coffee. I now see the most disturbing video in sport that I've seen in a long time. Cyclists went down to the state-of-the-art National Cycling Center, the best in the Western Hemisphere. UCI commends Trinidad and Tobago because of the brilliance, the amazing science, design, the facility that is expensive, paid for with taxpayers' money, for our children, for our young people to cycle, to train, to bring glory for Trinidad and Tobago. This as the new quadrennial begins to the Olympics LA 2028. And there is no cycling training now. Athletes pack up their bike, go on down there with their parents, ready to train, ready to perform, workouts planned. And when you see the video, the entire center floor where bikes are supposed to be there, mechanics, gears fixing, warming up, preparing, coaches with their stopwatches ready. The sport company have an all-force and gambling event on the floor of this National Cycling Center with coolers and beers and rum and drinks all on the floor, and saying no training for our athletes, no training for our national athletes, no training for our young ones, no training for coaches, because they have an all-force and gambling competition in this National Cycling Center. Beers on ice, rum day, cups, chairs, tables, all on the floor, no training for our athletes in the National Cycling Velodrome. That is P&M. That is the sport company. You want to know the ironic thing? Nobody knew, but it's like a best kept secret. But the new chairman of sport is Larry Romani, former Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee president. A man in the P&M Boys Club now, with Douglas Camacho, Brian Lewis, all of them, that they take control and monopolize Olympic Committee for the last 25 years. Larry Romani, after regatta and speedboat racing, motorboat racing, he made his name in cycling. Elmer's Warriors and so on, and coach, and pretended that he read one physiology book and could just talk jargon. That was his sport, cycling. He then tried to mama guy people in other sports, right? But we won't go into that. But he is in cycling, and his sport company that he is the chairman of approve all-force rum and soda, beers on ice, and gambling, rather than cycling training in the cycling velodrome built with taxpayer money for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Well, if that does show you what P&M is, all you really have to wake up. That is just one element and one example. So just understand, we now come out of the most embarrassing show with under preparation, lack of athletes qualifying, more officials than athletes, the ugliest uniform in the history of Olympic ceremonies, no performance, two finals, a 4th place and a 7th place, no medals from the Olympics. And the first thing we could see, when we should all be at work, waking up early to ensure that we don't embarrass our flag again, the sport company under the P&M, Larry Romani, P&M, new chairman, P&M. And remember the old chairman, Douglas Camacho, from hockey, and still can't put on an AstroTurf. They now put on one day and a dry rot, waiting there so long that man could step on it, do a shake, dribble somebody, scrape the stick on the carpet, and it could rip. Douglas Camacho was a hockey man and could not even respect hockey. Now you have Larry Romani, a cycling man, and it have gambling, all-force, and rum drinking in the cycling velodrome. Yes, all you who vote for P&M, hey, tell me how that makes sense. Please, in the comments, explain to me how great the P&M is, how that is brilliant, that our athletes, our coaches, our trainers, our mechanics go on down to train to represent the red, white, and black, and bounce up gambling machine, all-force setup, and rum to drink in the National Cycling Velodrome. Bless. All you get ready to vote, you know.